up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about some new products that I'm testing out. I'm going to be talking about a few different ones that I have recently purchased that I feel like I haven't really talked about on my channel, or if I have, I've mentioned them like once or twice, but I want to dive deeper into a video with them. So I am really excited to get started. So I think we are going to start off with foundation first, just because that's what I'm feeling today. I'm just excited to be filming because I don't get to film as often as I used to back in the summer now, and I have been slacking on YouTube. I feel like I haven't been getting very many videos up. I'm lucky if I get 2 up a week, and that's not good. I want to get like 3 or 4. So I'm trying to come up with creative ideas. So if you guys have some creative ideas for me, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, we're going to test out some new makeup products that I'm super excited to try. So let's hop right in and get started. You guys, I'm dying at my video I did with Allie, the one with the 10-year-old does my makeup. I am cracking up. You guys are just hilarious. You're quoting all of like her quotes. That video, it didn't get as many views. My videos have been slacking lately with views, and I think part of it is me, just like I'm not being very creative with my ideas. And people are going to be like, bored, which I can see. I'm just using my Wet n Wild Dewy primer right now. I haven't actually used this one in a while. I've been busy using the NYX Hydra Touch primer more lately. My skin is atrocious right now. I don't know what is going on with it, but I am just like breakout central. I'm gonna test out the Lottie London Selfie Ready Medium Coverage Matte Foundation. I have the shade Pale Toffee. I picked this up at Forever 21. Couple weeks ago actually, and I just haven't really had a chance to try it yet. It is a little dark for me, so I am actually pretty tan. If you see my shoulders, the back of my shoulders are a lot more tan than like my chest right here, so I'll probably just like blend it down. I'm not actually, I might be going somewhere today, I'm not sure yet, but I'll make it work. But I also have the L'Oreal Infallible Stick Foundation, which I hardly talk about on my channel. I forget that I even have it because it is such a light foundation for me. The shade, I just picked up a random one that was available, and it happened to be Ivory, which is 20 shades too light for me right now. So I am going to use that, like, if I feel like this foundation is a little dark, which I think it is just the slightest bit, just with the color of my chest, I will mix in a little bit of this just kind of in my T-zone just to brighten a little bit. I know that's not going to be very helpful with like reviewing, like if one is better than the other. I have worn this. I feel like I'm not a big stick foundation person just because I feel like it sits on your skin and it like looks like you're wearing makeup. But if you like that look, or if you're looking for a stick foundation, I don't think this is a bad one. I'm just not a big stick foundation person. I have a sponge, so my good friend Rachel Terry here on YouTube, I will link her channel down below. She deserves so much more love on YouTube. She reached out to me because I was talking about, you know how I talk about that stupid Smashbox Spotlight palette all the time, and she said she has hers and she never uses it. So she asked if I would like it, and I said yes, of course. I mean, that is so nice of you. Sent over that along with a couple other goodies, and she sent over this e.l.f. blending sponge. And I don't know if I don't think she's tried it. It looks brand new, but this sucker, I think the package was opened a little bit, so like she had felt it and everything. It's not the softest sponge, but we'll test her out today. The back says this soft sponge. So I'm going to do half my face with a foundation brush and then the other half with a sponge, and we'll see how it goes. I looked up before I purchased this Lottie London foundation, which has a squeezy pump. I actually looked up reviews, and a lot of people said they loved this, so should be interesting just to see how it goes. I feel like I haven't talked to you in ages. If you're a YouTuber, you would like get this, but like you have to be in the mood when you film, and like some days you're just not in that mood, you know? And that's just like the worst, because like it's like sometimes it's like the one day you have, and you want to be in like a good mood when you're gonna film. I think this is supposed to be like a very mattifying foundation. This sponge feels very slippery on my face. I think, when did I've worn this before, but I can't remember. It's honestly been a couple weeks, so I don't even know if I must have applied it with a sponge. So I apply a lot of my foundations. That's pretty good coverage right off the bat. I don't know what it is, but I feel like a brush can be faster because you don't have to wet it like a sponge and you can just quickly go. But lately I just feel like a sponge, and it could be just this brush, I just feel like a sponge just gets it in your, like, looks more natural a lot of times. Sorry if you can hear the dryer and washing machine going. You definitely probably can because it's right above me. I'm just going to use the sponge on the other side because I just like how it looks. I always end up going over with the sponge anyway, pressing it in. So, I mean, this sponge is definitely not the softest thing. Can you hear that? I mean, it's like the material's fine, but it's definitely a lot harder. I mean, it looks like it's blending it in fine, so, but I would definitely use like my L'Oreal or Real Techniques over this one. And you guys, I swear, I am so behind on my YouTube videos. I'm gonna go with another layer. I've been so behind lately just because, well, for a while there, I was just watching Netflix all the time. And then, which is not a good excuse, and then my days are just so long and busy that I just get so behind, and then people are constantly uploading videos. It's legit, like I have over 100 or like just about 100 videos in my watch later playlist right now. I feel bad because like Rachel is constantly commenting on my videos and like supporting me all the time and like always up to date and whatever. And like all my YouTube friends. But, and then like, I feel like I literally have so many of your past videos. I have so many July favorites that I haven't even watched yet. Like, it's just so annoying because I want to be able to keep up, but I can't keep up. I don't even want to talk about the drama that's going on with YouTube right now because it's like literally so... Can you hear the sponge going on my face right now? This YouTube drama, like I'm not gonna really talk about it because I don't want to get into it, but it's just like so annoying because YouTube was created just to be this fun platform for people, and I feel like a lot of these bigger YouTubers have ruined it, honestly, and that's really sad. I don't have really any new concealer, so I'm just gonna use my Maybelline Master Conceal because I'm trying to use it up. It's in my makeup use up, and it's literally like I'm squeezing it, and I can't even tell you the last time I used this, so I really need to start using it to get it used up. Which this is a very full coverage concealer, so I don't need a lot. And then I also have a sample of Tarte Shape Tape that I've started to open that I'm just going to use just so I have a darker shade of concealer because this one's really light for me right now. But this concealer, that's pretty dark. I do have to say, like, I think the Lottie Linen is the same thing. Like, it looks like you're wearing makeup a little bit. Which, okay, if you're going to be wearing a full coverage foundation, you should expect it, you know? This sponge does not really soak up a lot of product. So, like, naturally, like, what sponges are for is for soaking up product so you, like, are spreading it evenly. Whereas I think this, all it's doing is just, like, smearing it across my face. Looking really matte. I'm just going to take a little bit of the Hard Candy Dewy Primer Mist onto my, I have it in a different bottle if you were wondering, because the other bottle spray was driving me crazy. So I'm going to just put that on the sponge and I'm just going to pat that on my face just to create a little more dewiness to my skin, even though I haven't even put powder on. I have this e.l.f. like under eye loose setting powder, and I have had this for a while and I rarely touch it. So we're going to be using it today. And I'm going to take my e.l.f. highlighting brush. This is like not the best packaging either. So for the rest of my face, I'm going to be using my NYX Stay Matte Not Flat Powder Foundation. And I'm just going to lightly, and I mean lightly, very lightly, dust it. It's kind of light for me actually, so that's all. That's literally all. I have this bronzer from Catrice, the Sun Lover Glow Bronzer. It's really dark, but it does give you like this nice glow in your cheekbones. I've talked about it a couple times. This is dark enough that I would use this as a contour. If I'm not really bronze, I would probably use my Better Bronzer because it's a little more warm tone and it's a little less like dark. It's not as dark. This is like a very, I mean, it sculpts your cheekbones out, but it's like very glowy still. So I am going to take a little bit of my Profusion contour palette. I know this is nothing new, but I'm really feeling some contouring today. So we'll just skip through this and I'll be back in about 2 seconds. I know this is not a new blush, but I had the LA Girl blush picked out, which I will apply a little bit of this. This one is the Just Blushing Blush and Just Playful. I really like these blushes. I think they're nice. They're not too pigmented, but they give you a nice flush of color. But I'm really feeling, like, look at that. It just, like, it makes you look alive. I'm really feeling some, like, glowy blush today. Should I just mix them? I'm gonna mix them. I don't usually like a glowy blush, but I'm feeling like getting that glow today with some highlight. And I just like I think Emily Noel was wearing a blush and she was like, I'm not wearing highlight today. And she looked and it was like, wow. And it looked like highlight was on her face. So I kind of am feeling that too. I recently picked up this Catrice Highlighting Powder, which I really like for more natural days. It's just like very like not that reflective. It's not even really a highlighter. It's more just like a kind of like a little bit of an illuminating powder almost. It's not like an intense highlighter. Like this is a highlighter, you know? So I'm going to mix it with some of this J.Cat U Glow Girl highlighter just because this one is in White Goddess. So that is all that I have for the face. I will show you my eyes. My eyebrows, there's nothing new, so I'll turn the camera off and just kind of let it chill out. I am going to spray a little bit more of this dewiness on my face. We back, and I feel like my skin looks so good right now, and I am looking very tan. My concealer is creasing and the foundation is creasing in my eyelids right now. So we're gonna fix that. I did my brows. I did the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Shape and Fill. I use this all the time. I'm trying to use it up, that's why. And then the Revlon Colorstay Brow Mousse just to kind of go on top. They are looking a little dark because I have a really dark shade in this, but I want to get a lighter shade because I do highlight my hair, which I don't know if you could tell right now because my hair is still wet, so I think it looks darker than it normally is. We are going to go in with these Beauty Big Bang eyeshadow palettes, and these palettes were sent to me. I did talk about Beauty Big Bang a few months ago on my channel. They reached out and asked me again if I'd like to try a few more products, and I was like, They asked if I would like to try out a few more products, and I was like, well, I might as well. They are small. They do have like a magnetic kind of closure, but like look at how tiny this is, okay? That pan size compared to Jack Von Hill pan size, like I'm not kidding you, like the whole pan in this covers like 4 shadows and this is 9. So I have in this palette 03, which is like this kind of greenish toned one, and this one is 05, which is more of like your reds, your purples, your oranges, your pinks. So we're going to prime with CoverGirl Lid Lockup Eyeshadow Primer. Guys, I took my senior pictures yesterday. I'm so excited to see them. I'm going to go into the 05 palette and just take this yellow shade and apply that just to set. I mean, these shadows aren't really that powdery. They're like not powdery at all. I mean, are they even that pigmented? They're not really that pigmented either. In my video, a couple, like the last few videos that I uploaded, or 1 or 2, I don't know when this is going up, I did have like that fun like purpley eyeshadow, and it was this palette because I was playing with this palette. We're going to go into the 03 palette, this transition shade right here on my like crease brush. Okay, so this one's more pigmented because you can see a little bit of the powder coming up, but it's not that bad. I've had worse. Just saying. I'm just going to go right into the dark one because I don't feel like having orange in my look today. I'm going to use the same brush. Just focus it a little bit on the outer, but then drag it in. Okay, I'm going to go into this like burgundy purpley shade with the same brush, just because I'm just feeling the same brush today. And incorporating a little purple. I mean, I think these shadows are pretty pigmented. Oh, I have sprees upstairs. Be right back. So usually my addiction is chocolate, but oh my gosh, Walmart came through yesterday. I'm going to incorporate a little bit of this shade into like my outer half. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it. Just kind of on my lid and a little bit in the outer half of the crease. Like I said, I don't think these shadows are that bad. Can you tell that you didn't pay $50 for them? Yeah. But do I think that they like blend fine? I think they're fine. I'm actually kind of an eyeshadow snob too. Like I really don't care for the Shop Hush palettes. These like I actually think like blend a lot better. I'm really debating between the green in this palette because I wore this blue in that last video. So I'm debating between this green. See, like those are creamy, but then you get like a shimmery like this one in the middle here, and it's like not that creamy. I don't know. I'm just wetting the brush. Ooh. Oh. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this like really light shade and throw it on top of like the inner part of my eye because I don't like having a dark lid. But we're going to apply a little bit of that like silvery. It's really chunky, but I think it like creates a nice sheen. Oh yeah. This is a pigmented color when you wet it. Holy cats. Now we're just going to go back in and just make sure everything's all blended. Go in with this dark kind of like brown. It's like shimmery, and I know it'll be pigmented because like their shimmers are really pigmented. and just pop it just the slightest bit on the other half. That silver made it look blue, so it's literally like this color now. Would you guys like me to bring my friends on my channel more to talk about like funny story time videos? Because I feel like whenever I do, those videos don't get a lot of views. I think it's fun to talk about like our funny story times. Like I love to do that, and my friends, most of my friends, I have a few friends that don't really like the camera, but most of my friends do. And I know you guys have seen Bryn a lot, I mean Savannah a lot, and you've seen Bryn quite a few times too. I'm going to highlight my inner corner with the shade from the 03 palette, just this middle shade right here. I'm liking how this is turning out. I'm going to do a little bit of my lower lash line. I'm going to turn my camera off because I feel like my battery's just dropping like a pile of rocks. That didn't even make sense. And I'll be back after I do mascara, my lower lash line. I'm not going to do eyeliner today. Be back. So this is the finished look. I really think it turned out great. I love how my foundation looks. I would not wear this foundation on like an everyday basis, like for school or work or anything. But if you are feeling like full glam, or if you wear full glam to work, then I think you would really like this. I think that the combination is great. I have worn this foundation not by itself because I have mixed it with lighter foundations, but every single time I've worn it with a foundation I know I already love, it looks amazing. So if you have oily skin, pair this with a mattifying primer and I feel like you would love this. And this stick foundation, like I kind of already said, I like to mix it more with things. I don't necessarily like, just my personal preference, stick foundations on their own. But if you do, I don't think this is a bad one. I think this is a very nice stick foundation. But I'm excited to use this more once I can wear it more in the winter when I'm a little bit more fair. My highlight, I feel like it gets brushed away towards the end, but I really like these highlighters. I've talked about this one a little bit more on my channel, but just for a nice glow on an everyday basis, I think any person would like this, unless you like want an actual shimmery highlight. This kind of reminds me of the Physicians Formula, the Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls in Translucent Pearl. This is what that reminds me of. So if you are eyeing that one up and you don't want to spend as much money, try this one first. Like I said with these eyeshadows, I think that they apply nicely. I think that they're inexpensive. I don't know how much they're, like $5, $6 maybe. My look turned out great. It kind of is similar to the one I was wearing a few videos ago, but I feel like these always turn out great in the end. They aren't super pigmented. Some shadows, they're kind of inconsistent a little bit. But if you find a shade that you like, I mean, I don't think they're bad. I just don't know if it's like, you can't get this at Target or Walmart or Ulta or anything. So it's not like you can just pick it up at the store when you're there. You kind of have to order online. So if you're going to order it, you have to order other things. And I haven't really found a lot of other things from this site that I think are like amazing. But I mean, the pan size is small. You're not getting a huge amount. You're getting 0.31 ounces. They're not like everything you need to have, you know, because like you have to order them separately. If you're willing to do that, then I don't think they're bad. I don't know. So they are a little inconsistent. That's the only thing. I'm trying to think of other things. This bronzer I really like. I already kind of talked about it. If you want like a more illuminating, not like a flat matte bronzer. With my foundation being such like a flat matte foundation, I wanted a little bit more of an illuminating bronzer, and that's when I think this is great because it just helps look a little more natural and then it's powdery. I'll be sure to list and link all the products I use down below. Skip this sponge, try a different one like the L'Oreal one or like the Real Techniques Face and Body Sponge. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.